Alright, this is my third attempt at recording this. I've only gotten like 2 minutes in. Every single time I have some technical issues of some sort. I had some construction work going around. Uh, Look at this sloppiness over here from me. But I am really super excited to cast this game, and the reason that I'm so excited is because I have my brother Noob Boner in this game. He was very consumed by his work and wasn't able to play with me for almost a week or so, and he is back now, so that's great. And I am letting him know that there are some free sheepies over here for him to get. I don't need all of that food. I am playing as the Persians, and with the Persians, well, you TC drop, or you go for infinite crossbows, or you just go for there's so many ways that you can play Persians, but I like to play Persians hyper aggressively, and then in the long game go for those infinite crossbows. Also pairs very nicely with Franks. I say all this, but I don't even have the display on down here, and Jeffrey is going to eat some dirt. I am sorry, Jeffrey. And I'm still letting my brother know, like, dude, like you can have sheep over here. There are sheep to be had. Have these have these sheep. When my brother and I play, we do talk on the phone at the same time and we communicate. So he knows exactly what I mean when I am signaling that to him. I'm saying, yo, there are sheep here. You need sheep as Franks. It is really nice, especially in a team game, if you are able to get your farms up as Franks in feudal age. And the reason that that is so nice is because they get the free farm bonuses, so those farms will expire much later by simply having some extra food in Dark Age so that you don't have to build. And I just take these sheep right back. Haha! No, but I'm gonna send them to him for him to harvest. So the idea here is for Noob Owner to boom, and for me to distract my opponents as much as possible. Now I did lose Jeffrey the Scout over here right next to Blue CC, so I only really know where Red Wolf Liu is, and I'm just gonna call him Red Wolf. Red Wolf is playing as the Magyars, and my Chinese slash Japanese slash symbols are not very good, but thankfully there is one letter of the alphabet. It's the first letter of the alphabet, so we're just going to call green A. A is playing as the Hunts. A. Oh man, I am happy. I'm casting with my brother. Well, I am casting a game of my brother, I should say. The meaning of words is important, and I really do like playing myself some Age of Empires. He only had a very short period of time to play some Age, even though he didn't have work commitments, he did have other life things to take care of, and it looks like these villagers are going to now chop some wood, just getting enough for ATC, and that should be plenty. I like to build a house here so that when I build for additional villagers, I'm not housed as soon as I drop that TC. And green made a very interesting play here. This is Team Moat. It is a new one in our map pool. I really like Team Moat. It's a very cool design. And look at this. Even going to try and take some shorefish is blue. He has a dock up over here. And green went for the strategy of taking the main wood. I did notice, this is my first time playing this map. I'm telling my brother, here are the villagers. I did notice after playing this map that, man, it is quite annoying with these wood patches on your main islands. I mean, look how small those wood patches are, whereas on the mainland, the wood patches are quite big. So that definitely gave me some struggles in this game. Now, the interesting thing about Team Mo is that these berries are completely within range of blue CC. So I really can't take those berries, but I can definitely take those berries away from blue. So that's what I'm doing right here. Also, I place them next to these deer because I myself want to be able to take some food. I do realize how far his CC shoots, so I'm able to get outside of his range. There's a lot of little things that you do to make sure that your strategy works. Otherwise, you will be sorry. Just like that woman will be sorry. Oh, my poor woman does get shot down, and it looks like this woman's going to survive. I'm garrisoning a whole bunch of villagers, and those should go to food right away. Now, something interesting that's occurring over here is that blue is going for a TC war. Definitely don't think you want to be in a TC war with a Persian player. And it looks like green is up to feudal, and my brother Newboner is also up to feudal shortly behind. I did have to pause the game there for just 1 sec, so that did happen. And we're back at it. And what's happening over here? Green is starting to be annoying with his scout. Now this is something really good that you can do against people who are TC dropping. They probably have some undefended eco at home. Now you definitely don't want to be attacking the house in this situation, but maybe he's just waiting until his... You could go on Green's perspective here for a second. Yeah, and blue is also letting him know there are villagers here for sure. And is that scout going to... it doesn't look like he's going to quite yet. Meanwhile, there's a TC war going on over here. Let's look at blue's resource count. Plenty of wood in the bank, so that is totally fine. And it does look like green has now gone to feudal, so that scout is going to come back. I would definitely recommend to attack these villagers. You know these villagers are here. There's only 3 of them here. You could definitely harass that and be annoying. Harassing that bill, okay, fine, but the villager's not doing too much. And it looks like green can basically go cancel right away. And it looks like Noob owner, let's take a look at his resources. There are some fishing ships being built. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that for Red Wolf, because that's going to mean that he's out of wood now completely. And shorefish are some of the slowest food collection methods around. Let's check in on as this is awfully low for me as well. 10 is the perfect number. If you have more than 10, then you're overcommitting to something to see. And there was some fighting, and Phil was found by green. That's what I was talking about before. So very nice use of the scout. Looks like new opponent is going to be able to go up pretty soon, and a little bit of lagging there. That scout over there just trying to be annoying as much as possible. I'm saying, hey, there is a scout there. Can you please handle that for me? Meanwhile, over here, we are still engaged in a TC fight. Like I was saying before, I don't think it's a good idea to ever be involved in a TC fight with Persians, and the reason for that is that Persian TCs, simply put, have so much more HP. So they are, and there is Castle H now clicked by both green and by new boner in the orange. He likes to play orange, I like to pick pink, and actually he picks pink if I'm not picking pink. Look at this though. There are 13 villagers on stone over here from A. And that can only mean one thing. That can only mean one thing. And that is that he wants to castle drop right on top of this TC. Why else would you be collecting 13 villagers on stone? You might actually have too much on stone, in my opinion. Yeah, 13 on stone, he's going to have the required amount of stone. Actually, that may be just in time if he just wants to build a castle, but definitely not a lot of food. Definitely want to get some upgrades at some point as well. A little sip of coffee. Does have some idols, but quickly puts them back to work. There is the castle, and oh no, no, sloppy. 1 build down, 2 builds down. Oh, disaster. Can I save him? No, don't auto task to that. And it looks like this villager was trying to be annoying as much as possible, trying to stop those. Achoo! Wow. I think I just coughed out some of my brain. Sorry for that sneeze. And this castle is definitely going to go up. New corner now. Also, castle is starting to produce knights, and this castle is problematic. Look at the range on this thing. There's nothing that I can comfortably take. So now I'm thinking to myself, do I have enough for another TC? Because even though this castle range is over here, and that's the wonderful thing about the range mod, I actually don't play the same way that I cast. When I play, I have all of these circles displayed. So I am going to let this TC go down, and I am letting Newporter know that there are tons of villagers right for the picking. There's even this dock over here, and I am going to see if I can drop green, because once again, the idea, I've slowed down blue. The idea is simply that I slow down both opponents as much as possible. And great, you have a castle over here, and I think I should definitely realize where that TC is now. I didn't see that before, but I'm now realizing where it is, and that was the problem with dropping that castle, is he didn't have any military, and I did realize that, and I knew that new opponent would have military in this particular situation. So I can comfortably build the CC. He has to delete all of those farms, and look at this. Absolute slaughter. Blue has no defense. Blue is only still in feudal age. And look at the idols over here. This island is small, and we know that if we can control their island and simply bring the aggression to them, we are going to be in a very, very, very good spot. Another villager going down. There's green and blue villagers, 30 of them all here pumped up, letting them know there are more villagers to be had, and this is sloppy. Definitely should only garrison 10, not 15. I am trying to be the eyes and saying, hey, there are vills over here, get those villagers. It looks like blue and green are working together very nicely as well. Let's go to green's perspective really quick, because check this out. In green's TC, to stop green from being slowed down, there are villagers, and this is a very awkward pathing for this wood line. Definitely need a lumber camp there as soon as possible, because these villas are going to... Ooh, I just managed to save those. Sent around. There are some villagers still back here. I wonder if a new corner is going to be able to get those. But meanwhile, these lumberjacks are totally safe, and there's more lumberjacks over here also completely walled in. Another castle now going up, but those villas are slightly exposed. One vill does go down, and once again, this is not to win with this TC drop. This is simply to slow green down, and if you look at the score, it does look like, even though we are behind in score, green is behind new opponent. That's the idea here, and that castle is already up. There is no point in trying to deny that. Would have been really nice if we could have denied that with this army over here. And it looks like green is now repairing over full TC. Hate to see it. Did I manage to get all of my villagers out of this TC eventually? Yes, I did. Really awkward over here, and there is also a cav archer, hard to deal with. I'm trying to go over stone, but that is a bad decision. I guess I didn't see blue CC in the fog of war in that particular situation, so that's not good. I do need some stone, because I am all out of stone. I've built 2 TCs, I've dropped 2 different people, so I definitely can't do very much with that. I need 100 more stone to get another TC drop to happen. And can I get that cav archer? Come on, target the cav archer. I cannot. That TC is now roasted as well. And I believe I said to my brother at this point, hey, I need just a tiny little bit. And I do take down the cav archer of stone. I do get 100 stone. And now, where are we going to drop another TC? There is another cav archer over here. Definitely should not be attacking this market. Could actually get hit by that castle. But more villagers are coming forward, and that can only mean one thing. Villagers are going down here left and right. At this point, I don't care. I just want this TC to go up. I garrison, send them to wood. Bunch of dead stuff over here, and I place it here once again because I know that it's out of range of that castle. I just want to slow down green as much as possible. I'm saying, look around. Maybe he's escaping. Blue, meanwhile, is still fishing. He has a transport now built. I guess he wants to get off of this island as soon as possible. And these villagers are just running through over here. And it looks like they are going to be... Let's go to new opponent's perspective. They are going to be building a castle, a Frankish castle, so that is nice and cheap. That's another reason new opponent picks Franks, and those villagers are getting ranged by that TC. Gotta make sure that they aren't getting ranged. Should task them a little bit better there, but it's okay. And now the killing can begin. 1 bill down, 2 bills down. I don't think Blue has even realized because he was garrisoned within his teammates' TC. I think Green is now signaling, look, dude. Your villagers are dying. Your villagers are dying. Your villagers are dying. Oh my goodness. I love seeing this from my opponent's perspective. Repair, do something, help me. I don't know what to do anymore. Meanwhile, does it look like Green has a TC up over on the mainland? Yes. And I think I let my brother know that we are ahead in this situation. Even though the score may not seem it, I'm only at about 500 score, but I think I've done my job quite well. I've weaved the needle between the TCs, and I am signaling I have nowhere to expand. There's nowhere for me to go. What can I do at this point? And these blue villagers are going to be brought to safety, and this is really annoying. They're obviously going to test it, and there's too many. There's too many on wood here. I'm trying to put more to food so I can finally go up. I do have a relatively good eco of 36. There's simply nowhere to go. You have bills over here. Use them. Is there going to be another castle from New Boner? Let's see, 600. You should be able to get another castle up. And there is another castle that goes up over here, denying the mainland completely. But TCs are now being built on the outer ring. We have kicked them off of their main island. They are not easily able to take their gold. They're not easily able to take their stone. And I am running around. I need to get these villagers out of here. I don't have a transport, I don't have a dock, and it looks like the opponent actually did take down that dock at some point as well, because I definitely did not take down that dock. But that castle is going to go up, and that is going to stop Blue. And I see villagers over here, and I just say, get them. Get those villagers. Just slow Blue down as much as possible. Oh, do not quite get that, Bill. And that one dies. That was very, very sloppy on my end. It looks like Blue is now finally castled. That is nice for him. I'm not even feudal, so this is definitely still anybody's game. But it looks like the strategy so far has worked. New opponent is about 2,000 score up in comparison to, and I want to see what he can see. Sees the CC, he sees that gold is being taken, and he is just going to go to town on our opponents. I told him at this point, I believe, they must be on the outer ring. There's no way they are still on the main island. I'm relocating over here, getting some wood, but we are mainly going to be focusing on new opponent at this time. And there's a whole bunch of dead villagers for Green. And now he's going to claim this gold. This is my gold. And these two villagers are kind of unfortunate over here. They are going to get absolutely wrecked by these knights. Blue has expanded down below over here, but there is no TC. Oh, I think he's just slowly shipping his villagers over. Good idea there. That's definitely nice. There's also some farming going on over here, but once again, Blue isn't castle age yet, so he can't protect that nicely. There's some expansion going on for New Poner as well. Is going to be building a castle on this TC. I think they can even go forward a little bit more, but that castle is well within range. We'd like to have seen that range, that wood line, but I don't think he knows about that wood line. No, he does not. So I can't really fault him for that. And here comes some bills. I wonder what they're trying to do here. I think they're just going to be sent to their deaths. That is what they are going to do. Oh my goodness. And look at the upgrades on these boys. +2 defense. I think that's definitely the play that you gotta make. We saw that Huns was going to go for cav archers, which they often do. So you definitely want to have the defense rather than the attack. Yeah, you kill villagers a little bit faster if you get those attacks, but you want your units to stay alive. And over here, it's just awkward. It's really awkward for me to take wood. I should have definitely tasked these guys to stone. I mean, you can see I lost 2 villagers to the castle. That is some sloppy stuff right there. So there's just 2 castles over here. And meanwhile, It looks like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Looking to see where there are villagers to be had. Let's quickly look at Newport's perspective. He doesn't even know if there are villagers back here, but he will soon find out. He's saying, look, I found something. Come on, go in. Go get him. Yeah, there you go. I'm saying, look around the map. They must be somewhere over here. And I think my signals, to be honest with you, are pretty spot on. It did look like Blue was going to go Castle Age, but I guess that got denied earlier. So that's quite unfortunate for him. This does get cleaned up over here. We have taken the score lead again, but I am definitely still in last place. And man, I saw this goal. I didn't realize that New Boner was on it because I don't have a market yet. So that was definitely not the best play, but I did need a little bit of goal in this scenario. And I think at this point I signaled this wall because I do realize the cluster that we are in, and he's saying he's gonna go explore this side now. This has been cleared up pretty well. I say, hey, maybe you can use your castle to fire on these walls. I know that eventually that will be more efficient for us in the long run. Castles won't automatically target walls, which is something interesting to note for sure. But it's a segment. Oh, cheeky boy! He's gonna be seeing that it is already a little bit more efficient as it is. He is exploring over here. Let's see. I am still telling him, ooh, setting this that back section over there. I'm saying, yeah, attack these walls, and these walls are now slowly losing HP. Definitely targeted the wrong wall, but that's okay. Good enough. And oh man, juicy pickings at this point. Hello? There's a little double take action, and Blue is now also realizing, he's like, uh-oh, surprise! Absolutely cleaned up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead villagers. So New Opponent must be very pleased with that. I'm still in feudal. I'm trying to boom up. I'm trying to make it happen with what I have here. Taking some stone over here. And New Opponent is on the prowl. Definitely expanded quite nicely. It's going to take out this PC. And at this point, I think I managed to get a market up myself. And double barracks being built. Definitely wants to protect this area back here, but there are a whole bunch of villagers that are about to pop out and about to get wrecked for Wed Wolf. I'm telling New Opponent, hey, we should just take this island. We should get rid of these castles. And there come the villagers. They're all out. There was not that many villagers that were in there, but definitely wasn't pretty. Not too bad. And it looks like he's in over here as well. Did find out over here, and man, that is a slaughter on Blue's end. If Blue was ahead of me before, he is definitely not anymore. And that's the idea behind this strategy: is the stronger player, not necessarily stronger in terms of micro and elo and stuff like that, but the person who is in the further age, who is stronger militarily, starts to handle the people who has been slowed down, which is in this case Blue, and Green was also quite slowed down, although it does look like he has a nice base going on over here. He is even getting fortified wall, no, just stone walls. I am up the castle now. I'm saying they must be over here, they must be over here. We wiped them out in the middle, we wiped them out over here, and actually I think that is a pretty good ping right there. Definitely no need to fight all of these barracks, but hey, why not? Targeting those, yeah, I don't think that was the best idea. I think you just kind of run away from these repairs that they do have. And now I am up to castle. I'm going to be building some rams just to clear out this island, especially if you're ahead, which we are significantly at this point. You want to ram down your opponent's production buildings. And you're, oh, this castle is giving so much value. Oh no, as my game lags a little bit. Toaster, come on, you can do it. People ask me why don't you use cap trades. Well, my 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 game can barely handle um, definitive edition, let alone. And I really wish my brother would have listened to my ping, because I think we could have ended this game a lot sooner. I mean, look at the amount of knights here, 24 knights. If he had sent these over here where I had pinged before, it would have already been GG wiperoni. But you know what? We're ahead. No harm, no foul. This knight is going to town. He's like, I got you! And sending me some wood. I really did need some wood. Like I was saying, I was having a lot of wood issues. And I said, come on, go over here. Why are you not going over here? I pinged you earlier. Go over here. That's where you need to hit. And sure enough, I am just booming up, getting more on wood, building a defensive castle, and oh no, I didn't even notice this. That that poor fishing ship, and I'm saying, hey, I'm pushing over here, but there are guys over there, and that was some bad pinging from me. I should have just let him go. I pinged like, hey, he's over here. He's trying to keep this castle up. You should go Imperial Age and you should trap him down. It would have definitely been nice if those knights would have continued on their trajectory, because now they're all coming back. And I don't think that was a good call on my part to suggest that to my brother. I can be very critical of my own games. I will say he played this game very, very well, in my opinion. Secured all the right areas, expanded very nicely, got a nice number of knights, 26 knights over here. He is imp now, so he is going to be getting those upgrades, and we are going to be pushing these castles without too many problems. And militarily, we can take these fights pretty easily. But it's not always good to fight when you don't have range units. Sometimes it's better to just raid and hit their eco, but in this particular situation, I think it's okay. I should still be producing rams. I am still producing ram. Getting archer upgrades. I'm working towards those infinite archers. And they are reduced to this small corner in the back here. There's not a whole lot of gold and not a whole lot of stone here. This is one patch over here. And I guess this is 4 patch over here, but there's not much going on. There is some raiding now going on from blue. Very nice. Finding a bunch of kills on new owner is Red Wolf. Very good job there. But this castle is now eventually going to get shredded down. And I'm saying, hey, maybe, I mean, it looks like we have this pretty much in the bank. Maybe just start attacking their eco, get rid of those walls. He's definitely behind there. We want to attack their eco. These castles are not really doing a whole lot. He's like, yeah, but I'm tripping down this castle. Get this castle. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's pretty reasonable in my opinion. He is being raided to death though, so that's definitely something you don't want to have happen if you are ahead. And I think at some point maybe he's going to realize, but in the meantime, these two light cap are doing work. They've already killed 4. I'm saying, okay, I have Trebs here, but his army is here, so make sure that we are on that. But actually, I'm taking away from where he really needs to be looking at. Oh my god, this is how you lose games. The person who is in last score is absolutely devastating the person who is in first. And I'm definitely partially to blame for that, because I'm telling him to go forward and to fight this. But honestly, this is the main army of theirs. If we do manage to clean this up, it should be easy pickings. And my god, are these guys still going to town? I mean, wow, 26 villagers. And they already probably killed like 6 of them at this point. 6 or 7 of them. Those 2 light cap have been doing work. Now taking this area, we are able to take these goals, and because I was so annoying in the beginning, these goals are relatively healthy still. I am so slow at this point. I'm still teching into what I need to tech into. I don't have the resources to make this happen, and my goodness, there are 26 villagers here before. There's only 19 left. Now new opponent finally realizes, and a little bit of frustration there while we were playing this game, that he basically tossed all of those villagers for free. Thank you, dankjewel. Beta. How do you say thank you in French? Bonjour. That's about all I know. And now he is breaking through here, and there are 44 and GG's health. Yeah. GG is called. Yeah, we were able to take them off of their island basically completely. My Rams actually got rid of those last production buildings. With actually, I think maybe the Trebs got rid of that. So I think really, really well played from New Poner in this particular situation. Only thing that was unfortunate was these two light cap. Let's see how many builds are remaining. 19, but I probably build one more build. I thought it was too low, too late. Really good controlling the map and just being aggressive, always having them on the back foot. Our ecos really didn't get harassed other than those two light caps. I'm just going to keep mentioning that because I know it's going to trigger my brother a little bit. Those two light caps, man, a thorn in your side. You definitely don't want to have that happen to you in one of your games. And we could see that they were still watching the map a little bit at this time. That's what those eyes mean down below. Going to statistics, and New Poner absolutely dominated in this game. That was the whole idea of this strategy, is to slow down your opponents to a point of a crawl. Units lost. I lost the most units, but the least amount of units, but I also had the least amount of military on the field, so that doesn't really matter too much. Look at this KD, about 2 to 1, although with Cav, especially with the Nightline Cavalier and Paladin, that's quite easy to do, because even if you're against Spearman, Pike, or Help, you are still able to trade 1 for 1 at least. Largest army 54. Look how far ahead New Poner was in this situation. I collected more wood because I wanted to go for infinite crossbows at a certain point. And yeah, Green did a good job collecting relic gold, and here is our timeline. You can see the struggles that Blue went through and how New Poner was just able to spiral out of control, and killing that military was definitely good. I don't know if it would have been better to hit their eco. I think they could have ended the game maybe a little bit earlier, but overall can't be displeased about these results. Just want to say thank you to all of you for watching.